Today is Monday, April 1st, in the evening. I've just finished a 1 month silent retreat, laughing at the sound of my voice. I feel giddy and childish and silly, sitting alone in my cottage in the dark. I spent 3 weeks in this cottage, this beautiful cottage on Lake Atitlan in Guatemala, in silence, and then the last 10 days in the dark retreat, Terry Dark retreat. As I speak, I notice the voice feels disembodied. A sense of wonder where it's coming from. So much gratitude for being able to come here, being able to be in retreat, for the teachers and the teachings, for this place and the way that it holds such loving service of practice, self-awareness, compassion, for community and family and every hand that allows this to be my life and my practice. The dark retreat is very fresh. It came out this morning at around 5 a.m. And in a word, it was beautiful. It was intimate and tender. This whole retreat was quite tender. A slow remembering. The dark was surprising and spontaneous and very present. No distractions. The mind and the awareness. Just those simple actions of survival. Nothing else. There wasn't fear. There was a deep humbleness, waiting for fear or being watchful when it came, but it didn't come. there was so much unraveling into the dark, into this fullness, incredible sensitivity of life, of existence, and also the nothingness, holding that, the dark. This purna, this fullness, and this gate, this gone, this void at the same time. So obvious, so palpable. The darkness is very much like a womb, very much holding and rejuvenating, feeding, nurturing. And of course, the mind had so much to say, so much planning and anticipation. The anticipation was the most distracting. Anticipation of coming out, the anticipation of meals, the anticipation of anything that wasn't yet surrendered into the timeless. And in the end, it isn't about what the mind says, it's about paying attention. Looking into the witness, looking into the eye of the heart, instead of looking for validation in the mind. The awareness of the awareness. And the sweetness of the heart, as Sahaja says. In the dark, I found so much forgiveness. And this was coming in the weeks leading up to the dark. The process of watching judgments and watching the competitive nature of ego. And slowly unraveling that, disowning that. And in the dark, it's prayer for forgiveness, this prayer for letting go. And then at some point, it's transitioned into forgiveness. self-forgiveness. As the memories and reliving, remembering happened, as blame and shame and guilt arose, choosing to witness and forgive, choosing love, and deeply observing how different that is from any other response. My mantra in this retreat was a quote from Malansari. Know that when you learn to lose yourself, you will reach the beloved. And lose yourself became my mantra, my reminder. In the beginning, this question of why am I here came up a lot. I am here to lose myself. I am here to become so transparent that there is nothing but love. That there is nothing but witnessing and compassion. I am here to lose myself. I can't say that it happened, but perhaps a little more transparency, perhaps a little more what's real, a little less of my stories, control. The transition into the dark was so obviously letting go of control. Everything was a surprise. When the meals would come and there was a knock on the food door, it was always a surprise. And of course, I could make any requests. I could leave any time. It wasn't about being stuck or being confined. It was really about losing everything, losing myself. And there's this sensation of sitting in the middle of all of my stories, beliefs, identities, memories, relations, all the ways I think I'm valued. And seeing all of those, and maybe choosing to let go of one at a time, or detach from something. Or there's this sensation of putting my hands up like on a roller coaster, just letting the bottom fall out of myself. And all of those things can still be there. I am not. As I recalled this sensation again and again on retreat, it's this feeling of falling into the heart. Falling. Diving off of a cliff or jumping into the rabbit hole. Falling. Dying. Surrendering. And the other mantra, something from Sahajananda, from Hridaya, is surrender more. Surrender more. And in moments of frustration and discomfort and suffering, surrender more. Even this can be surrendered. Even my attachment to whatever this is. Over the first few weeks, a prayer started to arise as I watched the sunrise, as I did my daily consecration. This deep prayer of being of use, being of service. May my every thought, word, and action be for the freedom and happiness of all beings everywhere. I hope to remember this prayer. I hope as I integrate, as I continue on the journey of surrender, to be of use. On the solstice, the night before I went into the dark, it was a full moon, the equinox, or the spring equinox, and a full moon, and I stood under the moon and prayed for equanimity. And I take this prayer for equanimity, this prayer for peace. May all beings be free and happy. May all beings have a taste of this equanimity of love, witness, this courage to let go. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May this retreat, may this sharing inspire the revelation of the heart.